Hello everyone, this is Mona and this is the first session to making a short animation in just 10 steps. Every session I will say 1 to 2 steps forward to make an animation. You can use it for making YouTube channels, YouTube short animations, and your teaching. Okay, the first step is the idea and concept, which includes the mood of story, including the colors and the face of character styles and all these things. Second one goes to length. Is it about 30 seconds or 1 hour? And the third one is a target audience. Is it for children or is it for people above actually 15 years? We should take all into account and make this script. For example, mine is this. I know the target audience, I know the mood, and I know the length. I have thought thoroughly about the script and I have written text. It's about a legend from old Persia. Now what should I do with this script? The second step goes to storyboard. But the question is, what is the storyboard? Storyboard is a visual presentation of the story, which means we will draw every important scene and sentence in the script in a window. The board includes only the sentences truly important to the storyline. P.S. If it is not important, don't have separate window for it. I will show you in some examples, but before that, I want to ask a question. How to distinguish these key sentences that we should draw? Here are the answers. The first one is emotion. When we have two different emotions in a scene, or we see that the sentence is describing a very important emotion of the main character. For instance, Elena was smiling. Okay, I will underline it. It is telling the emotion, so I will draw it. And was happy. Okay, smiling and happy are almost the same. I can draw both in one window. I don't need to have separate window. Suddenly, she started crying. Okay, we have the emotion transition as well. Transitions are also really important to have a separate window for. If it matters for the storyline, I will emphasize. And here you can see in first window, I have drawn Lena being happy, and in second one, she started crying. The second point taking into account is action. For instance, Alan walked through the room. He was walking fast. Okay, he was walking. I don't care fast, slow. Okay, I can show that in the first box as well. I don't need to have a separate one for it. I will show walk and I will show that he's walking fast in the same window. He then dropped the letter. Okay, I am telling the action, dropping the letter. First walking and dropping the letter. Okay, I should draw that. He dropped the letter and someone else will see it. It is important. So I will draw that as well. The first window, he's walking fast as you see, and then you see this is a disaster. You shouldn't have dropped it down. And the next one is the reveal. For instance, Svinny was turning the pages on. There was some stuff so interesting. Okay, Svinny was turning pages. I can draw that. There were some stuff so interesting. Okay, but it is, there were some interesting stuff, but not important to storyline. So I won't focus on it. I will still have one window for that until he saw the page with the information. Okay, now we're going to the point that we are finding a very important information for the storyline. It's obvious that it's important, so I will have another window for showing that he found the information he was looking for. And here you can see that. The next one is the actually reveal that I have just said. This is the transition now. Emma was in the house. Okay, it was winter. Okay, I can draw that in the first window as well. Emma was in the house. I can show that winter is outside from the window. In the town, she stood and went to the yard. Okay, she stood and went to the yard. I will draw two boards for that. Transition of actions we have. From being in the house, for example, I have drawn sitting and then it stands, and then we have the transition of place from house to the yard. So I should have another window for that. Now we get back to our text. We know how to find the key sentences this time. Transition, reveal, emotion, and action are the points we have to take it into account. I will read this and you can do it with me. You can read this as well and at the same time tell which point is that and which sentences are worth to be depicted. Hema was loved by the god Ahura Mazda, who gave him a golden ring and power to rule the earth. Okay, we have Ahura Mazda and Hema loved. Okay, there's a love, and we can show that love when we give the golden ring from God to Hema. So I will draw Ahura Mazda giving the golden ring, and I will show that he's ruling the earth for 100. And I know that this is the reveal. I'm revealing a kind of important information. For hundreds of years, Yima expanded the world itself. Each time the land grew crowded, he spoke the secret word of power. Okay, Yima expanded the world. I will draw Yima, for instance, standing in his castle and looking at the city. At first, the city is smaller, and then in next window, the city will get bigger, for example. And the earth stretched wider beneath his feet. Same meaning as before. The previous sentence means exactly the same as stretching the world, getting crowded and bigger. So, here we have a transition. At first, it was smaller, then it gets crowded and wider. So we have transition of a place, a smaller place to the bigger place. And people flourished, but slowly pride grew in Yima's heart. So people flourished, this is emotion, but slowly pride grew Yima's heart, which is emotion as well, pride. I can show it with Yima standing on a stone. People are really happy doing their chores, and suddenly in next window, I will draw the same image but zooming on Yima's eyes and maybe face. That is getting darker mood, and he's being from happy to more pride and arrogant face. Okay, he began to believe the light came from him, not from the heavens. Okay, it shows that he's actually being pride and arrogant. We showed that in the previous image, so don't need to have a new one. Then one day the god returned. Yima, he said, a deadly winter is coming. Snow will bury the mountains. Fire will die. Life will vanish. Okay, I will draw this. This is, of course, actions and transition of actions, actually. So I will draw Yima and the city that is getting colder. At the same time, the mountains are full of snows and the fire is dying. Okay, the fire is dying and life will vanish can also be in separate window, for example, because we can show at the same time snows on mountains and in the scene, and also show the fire is dying and the life is vanishing. So I believe that the two windows can show this better, because of course that we should have the important points. At the same time, we should be clear to our audience, and also our art director. We should show it to them. Build a refuge of our hidden deep beneath the earth. Gather their seeds of every living thing, for the world above will slip. Okay, here I can draw something, including all these ones in one image. For instance, I can have underground, and at the same time, I can see on above ground. For example, above ground, the rabbits are sleeping, and underground, I see some workers are making seeds, are actually gathering seeds and storing them underneath the earth. Okay, Here there is a storyboard. I want you to have your own stories or find some stories yourself. Write the script, and you can download the storyboard template that I have put in my description. You can download it and draw your stories in this storyboard template. Then you can ask any question you have in the caption, or you can send me your work. I can allocate an exclusive, for example, video for correcting your storyboards. If not, I will answer your email and correct them for free. I guess it can be a good opportunity. Good luck to next session. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe and like.